Once upon a time, in a lush green meadow, there lived a hard-working little ant and a carefree grasshopper. The ant was always busy collecting food and preparing for the future, while the grasshopper spent his days singing, dancing, and enjoying the warm summer sun. One bright summer morning, the ant woke up early and set out on his daily task of gathering food. He tirelessly carried tiny grains of wheat and stored them in his underground home. The ant knew that summer would not last forever, and soon, the harsh winter would arrive. Meanwhile, the grasshopper lounged lazily under the shade of a tree. He played his violin, sang joyful songs, and laughed at the hard-working ant. "Why are you working so hard?" the grasshopper mocked. "Come and enjoy life. The sun is shining, the air is warm, and there is plenty of food to eat." The ant, carrying a grain of wheat on his back, paused for a moment and replied, "I am preparing for the winter. When the cold weather comes, there will be no food in the fields. If I don't store food now, I will have nothing to eat later." The grasshopper chuckled. "Winter is far away. Why worry about the future when you can have fun today?" Then he continued playing his violin and dancing in the meadow. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The bright, warm summer slowly faded, and autumn arrived. The leaves changed colors, and the air became cooler. The ant continued working tirelessly, gathering the last bits of food before winter. The grasshopper, however, did not change his ways. He still played his violin and enjoyed the pleasant weather, never thinking about the future. He had not stored even a single grain of food. Soon, winter arrived with freezing winds and heavy snowfall. The once lush meadow was now covered in a thick blanket of snow. There was no more food left in the fields, and the trees stood bare. The grasshopper shivered in the cold. His stomach growled with hunger, but there was nothing to eat. The once happy days of summer were gone, and now he had to face the consequences of his laziness. Desperate and weak, the grasshopper thought of the ant. "Perhaps the ant can help me," he said to himself. With great difficulty, he made his way to the ant's house and knocked on the door. The ant opened the door and saw the grasshopper, trembling and hungry. "What brings you here in this cold winter?" the ant asked. The grasshopper, ashamed and regretful, replied, "Dear friend, I have no food to eat. I spent the summer enjoying myself instead of preparing for winter. Please, will you share some food with me?" The ant sighed and said, "I worked hard all summer while you played and had fun. I warned you, but you ignored my advice. Now winter is here, and I have just enough food for myself and my family. If I give you my food, I might not have enough to survive." The grasshopper lowered his head in shame. He finally understood the importance of hard work and planning for the future. The grasshopper left the ant's house, determined never to make the same mistake again. The next summer, he worked hard alongside the ant, gathering food and preparing for winter. He had learned that life is not just about enjoying the present but also about planning for the future. Moral of the story: this classic fable teaches us an essential life lesson: hard work and preparation lead to success, while laziness and carelessness result in hardship. Plan for the future. Just like the ant, we should always think ahead and prepare for difficult times. Hard work pays off. Success comes to those who are willing to put in the effort and work consistently. Time is valuable. Wasting time on unimportant things can lead to regret later.